Hi everybody, I'm Tracy.
I'm Gail.
And we are from Lena and Flo, and today we have a great live for you. If you battle to buy pants online, you need to watch this one. If you need a little bit of help of finding the perfect pair of pants for your shape, this is the live that you need to watch. If your body shape is changing, we're here to give you that little bit of advice and help you through the choices of the many pants we have on our website. I think if you open up our website and you click on our pants section, it could be overwhelming with all the pants we have, especially because we've got quite a few different shapes as well as different colorways. So my advice to you is when you're on the website, go onto pants and put them in alphabetical order. That way it'll just group everything together that has the same name, and you can sort of, if you're looking for black pants, you can just filter through that way and you're not having to go through a whole mass. But our live today is purely on the soft jersey pants that we have. So we have lovely soft jersey pull-on pants, as well as other pants that are in, say, still in stretch, but in our types of ponte fabric, as well as in our woven fabrics. But today, to keep it simple, we're focusing on the various pull-on soft jersey pants, because there are quite a few and everybody gets quite confused with telling the difference between them. Gail and I are different heights, completely different shapes, so we're going to show them how they fit on our body. But before we start, I just want to teach you how to measure yourself so that you can plot your measurements on our size chart and get the perfect pair of pants. So let me start with that one. So what you'll first need when purchasing pants is your waist measurement. So generally we're taking our waist measurement round about that smallest part of your tummy, and you're sort of getting that measurement and you're plotting that on the size chart under waist. Then you'll see there's a hip measurement, and generally that's on the widest part. Now I know a lot of ladies have really narrow hips, some have wider hips, so we're all quite different, but you're kind of getting it on, and you might even have a flatter bottom, narrow hips, but it's just about getting it on, say, that little fullest part. If you have narrow hips, you might have more of a tum, and you're getting that. For me, I go quite low so that I can get that full measurement, and I'm taking that measurement, and that's what I'm plotting on the size chart. Then I'm taking my hip, I'm taking my waist, and working through that, seeing where I'm fit. Now, most of us are between sizes, and that is where it can get quite confusing, and that is often where you might need to reach out to us to help if you can't quite work it out. The beauty with the jersey pants is you can be a little bit more flexible with your sizing. Like I am a different size in the waist to what I am in the hips, and I'm currently wearing the largest size, which is taking in my hip measurement, the 14 in a hip, 12 in a waist. I'm wearing 14s today, and that's just where I'm sitting comfortably, and that's working for me in these particular pants. Now, another very important measurement, which you'll need to get somebody to help you to take, is your outer leg measurement. You'll see a lot of our garments, our pants will have an outer leg measurement. They may also have an inner leg measurement. So with that outer leg measurement, you'll want to take a measurement from literally that, I'm not going to say your high waist, it's actually more where the pants sit between the high waist and in that hip area. And you roughly take, it doesn't matter if you're out by 1 or 2 centimeters, it's just so you can get an idea of where you're at. And you're taking that measurement, get someone to help you, and you take it all the way down to the ground when you're barefoot. And that's what we're sort of doing. And I'm wearing a shoe now, but when we did it earlier, I'm around that 113 centimeter mark, and Gail, you were 104 centimeters. So I'm 176 centimeters tall, but my outer leg level measurement is 113. So that is what I'm looking at when I'm buying pants, what that measurement is. The other thing you need to take note of, not in any of the pants we're showing today, but if you are purchasing high waist pants, we will definitely then define what that measurement is and showing you what, say, the measurement from the leg is to that measurement up to where the high waist is. Another measurement often given is that inner leg measurement. That's also a really good measurement, but you've also got to remember the cut of pants when you're looking at that outer leg measurement. With these pants, they sit fairly close to the crotch area, so if you're getting that inner leg measurement, it's probably going to be quite true. But when you've got something that's got a slightly lower crotch, like our Toby's or Ashton's, and they sit a little bit longer, that inner leg measurement will be shorter, but it's not because the leg is short, it's just because the crotch is sitting lower, and you'll end up with a bigger measurement over here. So educate yourself, have a look at the style that that you're interested in, that you're wanting to purchase, look at how it's sitting on the different models' bodies. Look at the product video as well, where you see the model walking and moving, and you can sort of see the shape, whether it's high-waisted, sitting at that midi level. Get an idea for what it is. Read as well. In the descriptions, we let you know the fabrications, whether it's soft jersey or ponte. We tell you if the fabric's got stretch. We tell you if it's woven and it's not, or if it's not. So you just take all those into account. And then from there, you can hopefully help yourself to make the decisions of what you're looking at. But I understand when you're looking at the photos online, especially if you're on your phone, they all look so similar to each other, and all the black pants kind of look the same, but literally are so different, because we'll have people asking us, what's the difference between, say, a pair of Kate pants or Munros? And literally they're worlds apart. And you might even find in some of the fabrics, you'll wear different size to the others if you're between sizes. You might go down a size if you're between in like the ponte fabric, because you're wanting it to be structured against your body. But in the soft jersey, you might go up the size because you're wanting that comfort. So it's about getting to know that and then applying that rule to that category of pants. Alrighty, let me get started. All right, you take that one. Thanks, Gail. So the first one we're going to show you is our Dani pants. So Dani is a culotte. She's a what we call the Dani culotte. We've got two culottes, the Bradley and the Danis. So we'll both show you Dani's on us now. So I'm 176 centimeters tall. My outer leg is 113 centimeters. Sits at a crop length for me. If I'm wearing something like this, because I'm so tall, I'm wearing a long boot underneath, because I'm all about those vertical lines and just about how things are sitting comfortably on me. But just showing you that is the Dani. So like most of the pants we're going to show you now, we're going to go through Dani, Bradley, Presley and Munro, and some others after that. But those four all look very similar, but they're actually quite different. So they all have the same double layer waistband, and I've just got everything tucked in so I can show you. That's got this great, almost like a jelly tape inside, so you're not getting any sort of elastication rouging, but you're just getting it. You see how it's just flipping back on me? It still sits firm against my skin. They've all got these deep pockets with a visible stitch line through the front. You don't always see it on the black, you don't always see it on the printed versions, but just so you know, it's got that visible stitch line. And then the difference between all of them is going to be the leg length as well as the leg width. So difference between, say, Dani and the Bradley we're about to show you, Dani sits roughly 2 centimeters higher than the Bradley, but the width is a little bit wider. So she's got, you'll see especially on Gail, because they're sitting longer on her, and you can see she's got really narrow ankles, you will see that little bit of a flare. And the beauty of this is great, because we have so many different height women. On a lot of ladies, they sit full length, even though they are a culotte. So quite different. If you see the different length on us. So just remind us again what size you're wearing again, Gail.
So I am 164 centimeters. My outside leg is 104, and I'm wearing a size 8.
Okay, so height-wise, we're differencing by 12 centimeters. I'm 12 centimeters taller than you. Leg length, we're going with?
About 10 centimeters.
Yeah,
difference.
okay, so about 10 centimeters difference. So just sort of showing, we've evened up quite a bit there as far as our legs go, but you can see on Gail, you sort of show what's happening with the length there.
Okay, so my legs are just sitting just above my ankle, as you can see, which is good. I always have a heel on, so I like to be able to see a bit of ankle because it accentuates that sort of shape there. And what we can see is this fabulous Splendor print, the drape of the fabric and the way that the print moves with these wide culotte style legs. I do actually prefer a trouser to a skirt in general. So what the culotte style gives us is the same movement that you get in a skirt, and that swing and flare, and the drape, which you can see at the back there as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all in a pant, so I feel a bit more secure for work and getting around. And it's it's still got the stitch details on the pockets and the double waistband there. It's just a bit more camouflaged in the print than in the plain.
Yeah, looks beautiful. Looks lovely. And just bearing in mind, so the pants we're showing you today are all in our dry touch jersey fabric. So it's got this beautiful stretch to it. And with the plains, generally in the blacks and the navy, they have a slightly heavier dry touch jersey than say our tops and dresses would be, if you're familiar with our tops and dresses that are in the dry touch jersey. So in the prints, they'll be in that same weight fabric, but in the blacks and navy, generally a little bit more heavier. So this is now the Bradleys that I have on. Bradleys are one of my favorites. As a tall girl, I love these culottes. They are, as I said, they sit roughly 2 centimeters longer, not as wide. They're still a culotte. They sit a little bit straighter. They're not as straight as what the Monroe is going to be, which are the longer version of all of these, but they do sit that little bit of straight. And for me, as this crop pants, Bradley is actually a pant that I wear a lot in autumn and winter, because I really love the long boot underneath, that sort of look with the jacket. Love that sort of winter styling, and I'm either wearing a really long pant or this cropped length, but you can see once again all those same features. Same waistband, it's going to have the same fit at the top, same waist, same pocket, everything is exactly the same through here. It's just going to be the width of the leg as well as the length of the leg. And that's a great indication of showing that length on you too.
Okay, so I've got the Bradleys on in Petrol, which is one of our seasonal colorways. So again, they're just a bit of a straighter fit than the Danny's. So I don't have the same flare, but I've still got that nice swing and the loose fit through the leg. You can still see my ankles, which is always lovely. Just in that, and these are, yes, as I was saying, Petrol in the seasonal colorway. We also do mulberry, which is perfect for winter, and it all matches back, so you can do the whole capsule collection, mixing your warm shades. Yeah, so it's nice to have a few different color options to work with your wardrobe, and I quite like the black and the Petrol together as well. Just to change it up from the navy, the black works quite well in making the colour pop a little bit more as well. So yeah, these have got the same double waistband and the pocket detail with the stitching around the front there. And that's those ones at the back.
And beautiful comfort.
Yeah, that's it. You really feel like you can move in these. You can sit down, you can stand up. There's no restriction here with the stretch fabric, so I think that works really well. And with the wide legs as well, you don't feel the grip that you sometimes get through the thighs. Definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and
lovely. Alrighty, so now the Presleys. So the Presleys, oh Gail, so you know what, I just saw in my notes how many centimeters they were longer. Could you just tell me what the Presleys, what theirs, just pass me on. Sorry, I did just have a look and it literally left my brain as I came through. So with the Presleys, we're looking at roughly 6 centimeters longer than the Bradleys, but they have quite an extreme flare. And you just think of that whole play of the word Presley and what Presley, the kind of pants he wore. So that's, I think, where we got a little bit of that inspiration with these pants. So just showing you in our seasonal print as well, quite a statement pant. They've actually become really popular, our printed pant styles. If you're fuller in the hip, definitely don't feel like you need to stay away from printed pants. A lot of women think they need to be wearing darker colors at the bottom and keeping that print on top, so you're taking attention away from the bottom. You can see, I think they give beautiful shape. I love how Gail said it is that option for having a skirt. She doesn't really gravitate towards skirt, definitely wears pants. And I actually had a lady in the other day who doesn't wear dresses, and she popped on a printed pair of Presleys with the same print top, and for her, she said that was her version of a dress. We have a lot of ladies joke around about wearing the faux jumpsuit if you're wearing the matching top with pants, but I'd never heard someone say, oh my goodness, now I feel like I'm wearing a dress. And she was going on a cruise, and the beauty of wearing the printed pants with the printed top was then she could split those pieces and wear them with plains as well. So this is, I've got it on with the mason, which I'm just showing you. I've got the mason out, but of course I could go for that tuck in, but that's Presley. So you can see a wider flare on me at 176 centimeters tall. She's still sitting above my ankle. She's by no means a full length pant, and I'll probably keep these boots on for the next pair of pants as well, actually, just because I think it's giving you a good gauge of how they're sitting on me. I love them in black. I wear my black Presleys all the time. They're absolutely, they look so good really luxe.
Yes, I was thinking that. I really like these as sort of a more evening style of pant. The difference, they still got the flared leg like the Danny, but they just seem to fall in a different way. It gives it a bit more of a straighter cut all the way down, so it doesn't have the same flare. This is like a palazzo almost.
It is.
Just a crop palazzo. So you get that.
It is.
Real elegance in the way it's moving. I can't stop looking at myself.
Yeah. No, they're beautiful, Gail.
I'm just like, oh, this is good. You don't have to get the same impact when you're just walking and sashaying through the office as to watching yourself on screen.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah. So again, you can still see the crop length there just above the ankles. So you still get that elegant finish. I do like a cropped pant just for being able to show off a slim ankle. And then it's still got the stretch at the waist, which lies nice and flat. We've got my pockets there, so I can really
Sound
it out.
I feel like you need a good pair now. Right, they are amazing.
There we go.
I love them on you. All right, so these are our Monroe pants. So as mentioned, generally all of these pants throughout the year are available in black and navy, and then we'll do our seasonal colorways. At the moment, we've got petrol and mulberry going, and I think you can get the Bradleys and the Monroes in the petrol and mulberry colorways, as well as in our Ponte fabrics as well. We've got a bit of mulberry happening, but we're talking about the jersey fabrics. So these are 8 centimeters longer than the Presleys. So you can see on me there are a full length pant with my leg measurement being roughly around that 113 down the side. Now, straighter legs, so you can see everything else here is happening the same, but from that mid-thigh area is where we get the changes happening, and you can see the Monroe is straighter. If I'm just standing at an angle like this, you can see how the leg is falling. If I put my weight on this leg, you can see it's that really straighter leg. I love Gail's going to come on with the black, but I really love it in the black. For me, it's that great travel pant, like a work pant. For that, if you're looking for that, it's almost like a tuxedo pant. It's got the cut of a tuxedo pant, and I feel like if you're going to be busy all day, and then say even if you're at a convention, wearing pants, and then at night you've got to do some networking, great pair of pants. They will be as crisp at the end of the day as they were when you put them on, because they're such easy wear in the dry touch jersey. Literally, it's gentle machine wash. Wring them out. Well, if you're in the hotel, you can just wash them in the basin. They dry really quickly, but otherwise, nothing's going to crinkle, even in your luggage. They're really, really good. They look great, Gail. But you can see on both of us the length, so they're full length on me. Gail's, they're sitting a little bit longer, but as she said, she loves it in a heel. Now, just to mention, we recently had a pre-order online for our Monroes, and we offered a petite height version as well as the tall versions. And those was a 10 centimeters scale. So we offered a pre-order for 10 centimeters shorter and 10 centimeters longer. Now, it's not available on our website at the moment. We're in the process of busy making all those orders for our ladies, and they're going to be going out. We're going to wait to see what the response is. We're going to wait for feedback to see how they are loving the height, because we definitely have had requests for this Monroe straighter leg for our petite heights and tall ladies, especially with our petite heights. They've been shortening them. We'll see how we go with the tall ladies, because for me, I have to wear heels with those Monroes. They look sensational with the heel on me at 176 tall, but we've got ladies who are definitely sitting closer to that 178, 180 mark, and they're battling to find pants. I feel like if you're taller, great option. Because one problem I never have is buying a pair of pants that I have to take up because they're too long for me as a tall person. That is a luxury, because generally everything's a little bit too short for us. But these Monroes are just perfection. Gail, do you want to go change into your next pair?
Yeah.
And then I'll keep talking. So just showing you, so basically with Gail and I, as you can see, Gail is she's quite narrow and quite straight and up and down, whereas my shape is definitely fuller at the hip. You can see I've got a lot more curve coming through. So I think it's really good for you to see those shapes of the pants, how they're sitting quite differently on us. With Gail, especially when she was wearing the Presley, it was definitely more noticeable with that flare at the bottom, because she was just dropping from that thigh area and she was getting really beautiful movement coming through there. I love how, because it's quite flared, but it kind of ends up dropping from my hip. to me, I feel like that's quite flattering because I'm just getting a very soft curve, almost like an A-line shape when I was wearing those Presleys. But these Monroes, this shape, if you're after a very basic pair of black pants, I think, or in the navy, remember we do them in the navy too, or the seasonal color, it's a great place to start is the Monroe, or if you're wanting something a little bit more cropped, you might go to the Bradley, because we have a lot of ladies out there that wear Bradleys as a full length pant as well. Alrighty, so now we're going to show the Toby and Ashton. So if you want to just talk to the...
Yep, so these ones are the Toby pants. They've got the double pull-on waistband there, and they've also got these little pleats in the front. They've got 2 on each side of the center there, and the pockets at the side. So it's a bit of a looser fit through the front there with the pleat gathers, and then it goes into a more tapered leg. Again, crop length, shorter this time though, so you sort of crops me 7/8 length, so you get that nice shape through the calf. It feels a bit more like a casual pant, but I could actually see myself wearing these ones for work as well, just with the pleat details through.
But I think, do you think it's maybe because it's being cropped on you, maybe because it's not long enough, you wouldn't wear that length?
Yeah, definitely. It does feel like that. But yeah, it does have the structural details, so you could wear it either way, I think. And it still fits quite nicely around the bottom there. It's still got that more fitted shape. And I do like a tapered pant because it gives you a bit more of an option, I think. You don't always have to wear them with heels.
No.
They actually look really good with flat shoes too. Not that I test that out very often, I have to say. It's good to have an option. Yeah, you know, this is something that I would probably wear more if I was running for a plane or running after the kids.
Yes.
And I'd save my wider legs for workwear and that sort of more sophisticated wear.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, so these are the Ashtons. You've just got your Indies left.
Yeah.
So this is the long version of the Toby. Ashton actually came first, and then once again, well, our petite heart ladies were buying them and taking them up, so we started the Ashtons. We actually had the Louisa first that had a tie, and we've moved on to this. So at the moment, as of today, there probably aren't any Ashtons on our website at the moment. We're in the process of getting some made up. So just if you're after one, put your name down on the website to be notified if you want one back. You just need to go into the product page, click on the size you're after, and you just literally put your email address in there. And the minute they come back into stock, you'll get an email notifying you that they're coming back. So I just wanted to show you the full length version on me. So we spoke about that drop crotch. You can see it does sit a little bit looser. So with the 14, I actually love the roominess of the 14. I do find with our petite heart ladies, generally they'll go down a size, because soon as we're putting our petite heart ladies in a drop crotch, there's almost like there's too much fabric between the bottom of the crotch and the waistline for our shorter ladies. And I'm just finding, as we've had ladies come in for styling sessions into our studio, with these pants in particular, I am seeing a trend of our petite heart ladies just wearing the size down in these. With the Tobys that Gail had on earlier, we also do them in prints, seasonal prints. They literally fly off the door. Often ladies, they'll get both prints of the season. They are the ultimate travel pants in the print, because I think you've got that taper. Prefer to travel in a taper anyway. If you think of a jogger or something like that, prefer traveling in that because you're not having wide legs, hooking,
Flapping around.
No, that's exactly what it is. Whereas these, it's they sit straight. So come have a look. So these are our Indies. This is our last pair I want to show you, because even on the website they look similar. So I'm wearing the tall version of the Tobys. These are the Indies. Come in closer, so you can see I've got the pleats through the front here, side pockets and a side seam. Whereas this one, go through.
So this one is, instead of the pleats, it's gathered details there. So they just draw it in slightly, but it doesn't have the pockets. Still got the double waistband. What it does have is it only has a single inside seam there in the leg. And instead we've got a little dart there just to give it some shaping around the hip, but the rest of this leg is all lovely and loose and yeah, it just sort of
And then we've got that beautiful tuck detail at the bottom. So it's almost, stand back a bit, Gail, because it forms almost like a little faux cuff. It's not a cuff, but it's almost like the fabric is tucked in.
Yeah, it's really clever. So you do, if I move a bit closer, because it is quite clever.
Lean on me.
There we go. Get my leg up there.
So there, yeah. So you can see there's no side seam at all. The way we've got shaping is just with a little dot on the side there. Very clever pattern making of Lynn in our design studio. And then that lovely cuff there. The reason why there's no pockets is because there aren't any side seams. So it's I know a lot of ladies say once they will have pockets, they can't go back to not having pockets, but we've sold so many of these. You just, for the comfort levels, you forfeit having pockets for just how comfortable and good they feel. They're really cute, really, really cute. We haven't done these in a printer yet. I wonder if they might come in spring, because I think they'll work really beautifully in a print too. They're really lovely. They look great on you, Gail. I've got to say, that orange shirt, I don't think I've ever seen you wear orange.
I have never worn orange,
No.
I have to say, but
because you're a red girl.
I
wear
am.
red.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely beautiful. So yes, it was lovely seeing you in some things you'd never worn before. And the beauty is we literally did it blind. Gail had not tried on these before coming on the live. We just knew that they'll work, and it's all about showing you them on the different shapes. So that is literally the summary of our jersey pants. We had the Bradley, we had Danny first, then Bradley, then Presley, and then Monroe. So they all look very similar, but they've got different lengths and different widths. And then we had Toby and Ashton, which are exactly the same pair of pants, but they're also sitting at a different length. And then India's standing on her own at the moment, just a new style to us. We released her sort of in the second half of last year. She's really been well received, so I think we will be seeing more indies, and I'm hoping for a print to come through. I think it'll be popular. Great pair of travel pants, but they're so comfortable. Any questions, pop them in here. Just to mention, all the pants, all the tops that you've seen here today, really proudly made right here in Australia, sizes 8 to 24. Our studio is based on the Gold Coast, so if you're visiting the area and you want to come in for a style session, go ahead and make an appointment. You can make an appointment online, come in and try on a few things. But if you can't get here, reach out if you need a little help. Pants definitely are our superpower, and we would love to get you to find, even if it's just one pair that works perfectly on you, we sure we can. Keep an eye out, because we will have part 2 coming of this video showing our more ponty tech stretch pants, which have a completely different fit, completely different feel. So we look forward to bringing you that. Other than that, have a great week, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.